Jagadgurum. The real seeker, the real questioner is very well projected in the form of Arjuna here in Bhagavad Gita. A lot of discussion is going on about learning activities nowadays. What is that learning activity? Learning activity is supported by 4 pillars or 4 plus 1 pillars. It is the student is the middle pillar, very strongest pillar for this whole university building, where learning activity takes place. He must be consulted for his growth. Students' receptivity, creativity, and its connectivity forms the whole learning activity. And the second pillar is teacher. All professors, associate professors, assistant professors, so on and so forth, who must be competent in their chosen domains. They must be committed to the ultimate aims and objectivity of the university. They must be consistent. Touch and go business never works in the teaching profession. So-called part-time people cannot conduct learning activities properly. They must be totally committed, consistent and creative. 3C formulas make a teacher the great professor. Only creativity, innovation. In the name of these two, many people never teach. Only they will be working with the tables and chairs and drafting and files, bureaus, correspondence. Very hopeless. He is the real master, one who shares his thoughts in one-to-one transactions and addresses the group of students and comes with proper preparation and shares his knowledge with so much promptness. He is the real professor. Professor in the real sense. That type of professors are the second pillars of that big divine center university. And the third one, that is your parents. Your parents. Abhibhak, Shikshak, Balak, Abhibhak. These are the names normally used in Hindi. Parents, because they are the motivating forces. If they send their children to any learning center, then only that learning center becomes an active learning center. So, the pillars. And they must support, always. They must be answerable. Parents must be answerable. then you also behave with so much responsibility in your hostels and in your learning centers. If there is no asker and teller, goda hai maidan hai. Goda hai maidan hai. No, that type of thing we don't want. So parents must be made answerable to the behavior, attitudes, aptitudes of their sons and daughters. That is how parents must hold that responsibility of developing their children. It is not that, oh, my daughter, my son, he is studying in some university, they will take care of. I am here. No. This is the role of the third. And another one very important pillar, it is management. Management. All those members of the trust, organizing committee, conducting committee, they will be always collecting resources to make that university updated. So raising the university up to the expectation of learners, students need best. That is how they have to develop infrastructure of that university so that proper system in their office, good references in their library, and proper arrangements in their lab, proper infrastructure, facilities, furnitures in the classrooms, all these living and non-living sources, they take care of. They facilitate all these arrangements. That role they play, management, it is for. But for all these things, the main center is student. One more pillar I recommend, because I have been the organizer of Gurukulas, where we have 5 pillars. What is that 5th one? It is resource persons, experts, well-versed experts. Someone will be expert in psychology. His talent, his skill must be made use of in our hostels. Because people of that psychological insight, they certainly train us to take care of the young, burning, bubbling, boiling minds of our students. And some people will be expert in languages. Someone will be expert in Sanskrit. Someone will be expert in English communication. Someone will be expert in human management, mind management, time management, crisis management. Such resource persons, experts, visiting professors. That is another pillar, very important pillar. That is how these 5 pillars. But first of all, it is student, it is the seeker, it is the questioner. If he is dim and dull and docile, what is there? What is that role of teachers? What to do? What so-called management can do? Our parents, they will be simply sending money. Oh, my son is reading and reading and reading. So students must be proper seekers. Just I came to know a joke. One word is there, etiquette. Etiquette. It is a very popular word in university centers. What is that etiquette? A student, one who fails in some subject, he is permitted to proceed to the next year, subsequent year. But by that time he has to finish that subject also, so that he will be authorized to take the final examination. For that, some concession has been given by the university. That particular university, it is termed as ATKT. But you know, students come from the villages. Their parents, they never know anything English, ABCD, they never know. So this boy, one who comes from the village, studying in some college in the urban area, he is very proud of telling that he is ATKT. What ATKT? ATKT means he is failed in some subjects. Though he is failed, however, university permitted to go to the next year, considering that he will be succeeding, meanwhile, so that he furnishes and he accomplishes the whole procedure of the university and succeeds in getting the ultimate certificate. So it is a sort of concession given to him, given to a failed student. But this guy, he tells, and he goes to his house and tells his father and mother, I got ATKT. But parents, oh, my son got ATKT. And telling that he demands more money. No, I got ATKT so that I am in need of 2,000 more money now. So parents considering, oh, my son got ATKT. So that they give still more money. So this is called the exploitation of ignorance of innocent villagers, parents, you know. I don't know how many of you also play this type of ugly role. Please do. Because you are yoga people, you cannot lie. Yoga people cannot play all these type of tricks. Foul plays. No. We are not permitted. God will never forgive us if we play this type of foul games. No, we can't. See, that is how these type of things are going on. For God's sake, let us be very, very transparent and straightforward in this type of activities. So now, Arjuna is in front of our eyes. He is the real Sikh. So he says, Oh Krishna, you have been telling many things. As you went on telling us many things about yoga, I am understanding how much vast area it is. And now I am understanding how small I am. And how much distance I have to walk. Hereafter, that also I am realizing. Oh Krishna, Bhuya Kathaya Truptirhi Shrunvatu Nasti Me Amritam. You are giving Amrita to me. Still, as I am sucking and drinking this ambrosia, I am getting more and more thirst. Now you are there to quench my thirst. Please do that one. So this is the real qualification, the characteristic attitude and aptitude of the student. We in this university, we want this type of students. Partha type students. Arjuna type students. We want. See how humble he is. And how much that unquenchable thirst he has for knowledge. With that he is presenting, he is submitting him in front of that great master Krishna. The type of students are the real pillars, strongest pillar of a university. So he says, I don't find this type of mastery anywhere. In one point of time he says like that. I have all these puzzles, I have problems. In one time, meanwhile, he tells, Krishna, you are telling all these things, yoga you are telling. Yes, certainly we start sadhana of yoga. But sometime, in the middle of this yoga only, we cease to grow. We cease to move further due to our own mental frailties, psychological imbalances. We are all ordinary naras, we are human beings. If it happens like this, in the middle of the sadhana only we cease to proceed, we cease to grow, we stop somewhere, what will happen? Whatever we do, that will be also smashed. Again we have to start from beginning, from the beginning. That type of ambiguity comes to him. You know, this play also there, this ladder, snake and ladder type of play, you know that. So when you go to that highest, if you slip, immediately go to that bottom level, to the lowest, you stoop to the lowest. Stoop to the lowest, that thing happens. Is it the case? Same thing happens, oh my master. That is how Arjuna asked this question. But Krishna's positivity, his approach, so beautiful. That is what he that represents that power of positive thinking, Krishna. No, why should you have this type of ambiguity, my friend Arjuna? No. Even smallest thing you do, that practice will be highest value. That credit will always be with you. More and more credits you go on adding and adding. The previous credits never get lost. It will be an adding factor, values. That is how you go ahead. Chinno bhaya vibrashtas chinnabhrame vanashyati. Apradishto mahabaho vimodo brahmanapati itanme samsayam Krishna chetumarhasi asheshataha. Beautiful sentence followed now. Tadanya samshayasyasya cheta nahi upapadyate. I never find any such a master like you who can remove all these doubts and ambiguities. Oh Bhagavan, please tell me. That's what Krishna. That is what Arjuna says. He says, no, it is not that. You will lose everything. Even smallest thing you do, it will be adding factor. Smallest things added, it becomes big one. Drop by drop, you go on adding and adding, it will become big lake. It will be going to the big river. That is how you become one with that big ocean. So that don't have this type of doubt, oh my Arjuna. That is how Krishna gives this type of impetus, motivation. So that is how a good student is very well presented and represented by Arjuna's characteristic here in this. Let us develop this type of attitudes and characteristics, because we are all yoga masters, yoga seekers. The whole society expects some high standard from all of us. We cannot become ordinary teachers. You cannot become ordinary massage men. Massage men in the resorts, holiday resorts. We cannot become. We are yoga masters. Yoga is in Patanjali, great rishis. So Arjuna motivates us. Arjuna stands before us as a real role model for us. Om Tat Sat.